was the fire on the plain. The ravens circled through the smoke as gods and men prepared for pain. The mountains shook beneath the drums. The seas were dark, the wind was cold, and far beyond the ash of war, the gates of Asgard burned like gold. The wolves had come, the horns were high. The last great hour had split the sky. When Odin raised the spear that night, the world stood still before the fight. Valkyries rode through ash and flame, and every star spoke Odin's name. From Valhalla to Midgard shore, the drums of doom began to roar. When Odin raised the spear on high, the old world knew it's time to die. Beside him stood the battle maidens, cold as steel and bright as storm. Their eyes were fixed on fate and fire. Their wings were wrapped in warlike form. Behind them howled the giant wolves. Before them rose the dragon flame. And all the field of mortal kings was swallowed by the wrath that came.
No fear remained, no peace could stay. The end of worlds had found its way.
When Odin raised the spear that night, the world stood still before the fight. Valkyries rode through ash and flame, and every star spoke Odin's name. From Valhalla to Midgard shore, the drums of doom began to roar. When Odin raised the spear on high, the old world knew it's time to die.
I saw the gold of Asgard burn. I saw the last sky twist and turn.
I heard the shields of heroes cry.
I heard the death song fill the sky.
Raise the spear,
Call the flame,
let the end.
remember our name.
The hall of glory stood behind, its fires bright against the end. And all who feasted there with kings now marched once more as Odin's men.
The dragon's breath lit up the dark. The wolves tore wide the edge of dawn. And through the ruin, through the storm, the last great battle thundered on.
When Odin raised the spear that night,
The heavens cracked before the fight.
Valkyries rode through blood and flame.
And all the dead rose in his
of Midgard shook as fire devoured the sacred wood. The sky was torn by wings and flame, and none who stood remained the same.
The dragon's shadows crossed the storm, their burning breath like judgment born. The giant wolves came howling near, and all the living tasted fear.
The horns were blown,
the shields were raised,
the end of time,
that night of flame.
when wolves and dragons warred that day,
The light of worlds was torn away.
Midgard burned beneath the sky.
As gods and kings prepare to die,
From Valhalla the battle cry,
from Asgard's gold to the blood-red tide.
when wolves and dragons claimed the flame.
The last great war consumed all names.
The Viking line stood hard as stone, with spear and axe and oath alone.
Their faces black with ash and rain, they marched through fire and welcome pain.
Before them surged the enemy host,
A sea of iron, rage and ghosts,
behind them thundered Odin's will.
and Valkyries watched from heaven's hill.
No road remained,
No peace was near,
only the sound
of doom made clear.
when wolves and dragons
Warred that day, the light of worlds was torn away.
Midgard burned beneath the sky.
As gods and kings prepare to die,
From Valhalla the battle cried,
from Asgard's gold to the blood-red tide.
when wolves and dragons claimed the flame.
The last great war consumed all names. I saw the wolves devour the dawn. I saw the stars go dark one by one.
I heard the dragons split the sky.
I heard the war horns never die.
Raise the dead, raise the brave, let the world become the grave. The hall of glory blazed behind its gates,
Still bright against the night,
and all the chosen battles slain.
rode out through fire to fight again.
Far off the golden Asgard burned,
Yet still the wheel of fate was turned.
and through the smoke of God and beast,
The final war consumed the east.
when wolves and dragons warred that day, the seas of time were ripped away.
Midgard fell beneath the flame.
But none who fought were lost to shame.
From Valhalla to Asgard's light,
The dead rose up to join the fight.
when wolves and dragons ruled the sky.
The old world fell but would not die. Fire in the clouds,
Blood on the plain.
wolves in the darkness, dragons in flame. climbed higher than the spears. The earth drank blood through all the years. The mountains groaned, the rivers burned, and all the heavens slowly turned.
The wolves ran black through ash and rain. The dragons carved the clouds with flame. No shield stood clean, no king stood whole. The end had entered flesh and soul.
The storm grew vast, the light withdrew. The world stood bare before what grew. When the sky split over Midgard, the stars fell down in sheets of flame.
The night was torn by fire and thunder,
And nothing living stayed the same.
when the sky split over Midgard,
The old world broke beneath the cry.
and all who stood upon that battlefield
Felt gods and doom move through the sky. Move through the sky. The war drums rolled like breaking stone. The horns cried out through blood and smoke.
The Viking line still held the field, though earth itself had nearly broke.
Above them turned the burning dark.
A wound of fire across the night,
The heavens opened like a scar.
and poured down fear and fading light.
No road remained, no peace was near. Only the sound of ending clear. When the sky split over Midgard, the stars fell down in sheets of flame.
The night was torn by fire and thunder,
Nothing living stayed the same.
when the sky split over Midgard,
The old world broke beneath the cry.
and all who stood upon that battlefield
Felt gods and doom move through the sky. I saw the ravens lose their path.
I saw the gold of heaven shake,
I saw men lift their blood-wet eyes.
as if the dead were about to wake.
The dragons roared against the storm,
The wolves devoured the age of dawn.
and through the crack of burning heaven,
The age of men was nearly gone.
I heard the sky.
Like iron break
I felt the roots.
of Midgard shake. I sang through ash, through fear, through flame. I called the dark by its true name.
No god was silent.
No star stood still.
The heavens opened.
To Odin's will. Ash in the thunder, fire in the rain. Night without mercy, world without name. Heaven above us, war at our feet. Midgard was breaking, doom was complete.
When the sky split over Midgard,
The
The fires of Midgard climbed the sky, and still the war refused to die. The rivers ran with ash and flame, the earth no longer knew its name.
The wolf still tore the edge of dawn, the dragons burned the mountains black, and through the roar of ruin came a sound no mortal host could match.
Not of the living, not of the slain,
But of the host
beyond the flame. When Valhalla opened its gates
that night, the dead rode out in armor bright. From Odin's hall to the fields of fire, they came as storm, they came as ire.
the battle's shaken, heavens cried.
As fallen kings and heroes ride,
When Valhalla opened wide,
the deathless marched.
to Ragnarok's side. The golden doors burn through the dark, like stars reborn within the smoke.
The horns of glory split the ash, the ancient hall itself awoke.
The chosen rose from bench and feast, from shield and mead, from song and scar.
No rest remained in Odin's house,
While doom still thundered over war,
the cups were stilled,
the songs were done
the dead stood tall.
beneath the sun.
When Valhalla opened its gates that night, the dead rode out in armor bright. From Odin's hall to the fields of fire, they came as storm, they came as
The
ire.
battle's shaken, heavens cried.
As fallen kings and heroes ride,
When Valhalla opened wide,
the deathless marched.
to Ragnarok's side. The Valkyries call through blood-red air, their wings like blades, their eyes like prayer.
They rode between the worlds of men and brought the honored back again.
Each rider bore a deathless flame,
Each warrior heard his ancient name,
and all who fell with sword in hand
now rose once more at Odin's command. I saw the hall of glory blaze,
I saw the dead return through haze.
I heard the iron of old shields ring.
I heard the war song of the king.
Raise the horn, lift the spear, let the last of days draw near.
From gold to ash,
From hall to field,
the dead return.
they do not yield.
From feast to war,
From fire to sky,
the honored rise.
they do not die. When Valhalla opened its gates that night, the dead rode out in armor bright. From Odin's hall to the fields of fire,
They came as wrath,
they came as choir.
the heavens cracked, the war drums cried.
As ancient heroes thundered wide,
When Valhalla opened wide,
the deathless marched.
to Ragnarok's side. The gates stood gold,
The sky burned red,
and once again
the honored road from the dead.
hall still crowned the spire.
Asgard burned in distant light, a wound of gold against the night. Its tower shone through ash and flame like dying stars that spoke no name.
The heavens washed, the earth stood still. Even the storm could feel that way. When Asgard burned above the world,
Its gates of gold were wrapped in fire.
the sky itself became a grave.
The stars were drowned in godly pyre.
When Asgard burned above the world, the old light trembled vast and torn.
Yet still it shone through ash and doom.
Like glory dying to be reborn. The rainbow road was split with flame, its ancient light no longer whole. The winds carried the sound of loss through Midgard's blood and battle smoke.
The halls of kings, the thrones of gods, the shields of ages bright and proud now stood against the end of time, still golden through the funeral cloud.
No mortal hand
Could stop that fall,
the end had reached.
the highest hope.
When Asgard burned above the world,
Its gates of gold were wrapped in fire.
the sky itself became a grave.
The stars were drowned in godly pyre.
When Asgard burned above the world, the old light trembled vast and torn.
Yet still it shone through ash and doom.
Like glory dying to be reborn. From distant earth the warriors looked, through blood and rain, through smoke and fear.
And even there beneath the war, they saw the end of heaven near.
The Valkyries rode under gold, their wings lit red by dying flame.
And every soul who raised his eyes would never be the same again.
I saw the shining rooftops break,
I saw the fire,
gods could not escape.
a burning crown across the sky.
Final light that would not die.
The highest rank
Longest throne,
still blazed above the world below. Into fire, fire, into night, night, into legend, legend, into light.
Asgard above us,
Midgard below.
the world still fighting.
The heavens aglow.
Golden in ruin,
Sacred in flame.
even in undead.
Eternal in night.
When Asgard burned above the world,
Its gates of gold were wrapped in fire.
the heavens cracked with ancient grief.
The stars fell deep in godly choir.
When Asgard burned above the world, the last light stood against the storm.
And all who saw that distant blaze
New myth itself
had taken form.
had taken form.
Far above the ash and war,
The golden hall still burned afar.
and through the end, through fire untold,
The sky remembered Asgard's gold. the cries where Asgard burned across the skies. The Valkyries came through smoke and flame, and all the dark was split by name.
Their wings were lit with dying gold, their faces fierce, their silence cold. They crossed the ash of heaven's fall like blades of light above it all.
The sky was fire,
The earth was grave.
they rode for those
No death could stand.
when Valkyries flew through Asgard's fire. They came as wrath, they came as choir.
Through burning gold and blood-red sky,
They called the brave, they did not die.
from heaven's fall to Midgard's plain.
They rode through ash, they rode through flame.
When Valkyries flew through Asgard's fire,
The dead rose up at their desire. Below them howled the wolves of doom. The dragons burned the roots of stone.
the armies broke, the shields were torn. The world itself seemed half unborn.
Yet still they rode through sparks and grief.
Above the kings, above belief,
Their spears were bright with ancient will.
their gaze could turn the storm to still.
No tears they gave,
No fear they knew.
they chose the strong.
They named the true.
When Valkyries flew through Asgard's fire, they came as wrath, they came as choir.
Through burning gold and blood-red sky,
They called the brave, they did not die.
from heaven's fall to Midgard's plain.
They rode through ash, they rode through flame.
When Valkyries flew through Asgard's fire,
The dead rose up at their desire. I saw them through the battle smoke.
where broken swords and kingdoms choke.
One touched the brow of a fallen lord.
One raised the hand that held the sword.
One called a name the dead still knew.
One split the dark like winter through.
And all who fell with honor near
Could hear their wings through ash and fear.
I heard them high above the storm.
I saw the light their wings had torn.
Through burning gold, through heaven's cry.
I call the brave into the sky.
No grave below could hold the swarm.
No night could bury battle-born.
Raise the flame,
Lift the dead.
let the last of days be light.
Wings in fire, golden rain,
Ash in heaven,
blood on plain.
ride the storm,
Split the sky,
call the brave.
let them run. When Valkyries flew through Asgard's fire,
They came as doom, they came as choir.
through shattered gold and blackened sky,
They raised the names that would not die.
from heaven's fall to Midgard's war.
They rode where no god rode before.
When Valkyries flew through Asgard's fire,
The end of worlds rose ever higher. Ooh. Midgard burned below with iron rain and rivers red. The living stood in broken lines, the dying walked among the dead.
Behind them roared the wolves of night, above them dragons split the flame. Before them surged the final dark, and every soul had learned its name.
Then through the ash,
through blood and fire,
there came a sound
that rose still higher.
When the hall of glory marched to war,
the dead and living stood as one.
From Valhalla's gates to Midgard's fields,
they rode beneath the blackened sun.
When the hall of glory marched to war,
no fear remained, no wolf was torn.
The battle-shaken earth cried out,
a greater host had now been born.
Chosen came in armor bright, with scars of ages on their hands. The mead hall songs were left behind, to thunder once more across the land.
They joined the shield walls of the living, they raised the fallen spears again. And those who shook with mortal fear now roared beside immortal men.
No wall between
the dead and brave,
no gate between
the hall and grave.
When the hall of glory marched to war,
the dead and living stood as one.
From Valhalla's gates to Midgard's fields,
they rode beneath the blackened sun.
When the hall of glory marched to war,
no fear remained, no wolf was torn.
the battle-shaken earth cried out,
a greater host had now been born.
Kings of ancient blood,
I saw the nameless battle slain.
I saw the men who fell in frost.
Now rise through smoke and march again.
The living looked into their eyes,
and saw no death and saw no night.
Only the fire of endless war,
only the oath to stand and fight.
I heard the shields of old days ring,
I heard the tread of warrior kings.
I felt the sky breaking to flame.
I called the brave by deathless name.
From hall to field they crossed the storm.
From fire and gold a host was born.
Lift the axe, raise the cry, let the brave and deathless rise.
All behind us, war ahead. Songs of the living, steps of the dead. One last thunder, one last breath, one last army stronger than death.
When the hall of glory marched to war,
The dead and living stood as one.
from Valhalla's height to Midgard's doom,
They marched beneath the dying sun.
the hall of glory marched to war,
The heavens rang, the mountains mourned.
and all who stood upon that field
New legends
was gold.
The sky was black.
The dead marched on.
They did not turn back.
The sky was torn from end to end by dragon flame and raven wing. The wolves devour the light of dawn, and still the war drums thundered on.
Midgard shook beneath the charge of living flesh and deathless names. The seas were ash, the hills were fire, and all the world became one pyre.
No more waiting,
No more breath,
only glory.
only death.
When gods and legends struck as one,
The heavens cracked before the sun.
from Valhalla's height to Midgard's flame.
All worlds were bound in Odin's name.
When gods and legends struck as one,
The stars went dark, the end began.
yet through the fire, through blood and storm,
A deathless glory still burned on. The Valkyries rode through smoke and gold, their voices sharp, their silence cold. The undead marched, shield to shield, beside the living on the field.
the dragon jaws lit up the rain. The wolves ran red through ash and pain, and every spear and every cry was hurled against the breaking sky.
The horn was blown,
The oath was sworn,
the last great age
of gods was torn.
When gods and legends struck as one, the heavens cracked before the sun.
From Valhalla's height to Midgard's flame,
All worlds were bound in Odin's name.
when gods and legends
Struck as one, the stars went dark, the end began.
yet through the fire, through blood and storm,
A deathless glory still burned on.
I saw the spear of Odin blaze.
I saw the gold of Asgard fade,
I saw the battle maidens rise.
with storm fire burning in their eyes.
I saw the kings of ancient song,
Who once had feasted march along,
and all the dead who earned their scars.
now fought beneath the ruined star.
I heard the mountain split apart.
I felt the end in every heart.
I sang through fire, through ash, through sky.
I called the brave who do not die.
The wolves were near, the dragons roared.
Still glory rose above the sword.
Raise the shield, lift the flame, let the end remember our name. Storm over heaven, blood over land,
Gods in the fire,
steel in the hand,
dead beside living.
gold beside grave.
All that was broken,
Rouse
Midgard's plain, only the smoke remained like rain. The wolves were still, the dragons mute, the broken world lay dark and bruised.
No horn was raised, no shield was high, only the wind beneath the sky. And where the war had split the land, the ash moved slow like ghostly hand.
No cry,
no flame,
only the silence.
After the name,
after Ragnarok, the ashes sang low through the ruins where the last swords rang.
the gods were
Fallen, the gold was gone, yet something lived and still burned on.
After Ragnarok, the embers glowed beneath the dark and the shattered world.
In the ash, in the cold, in the fading sky,
The end was not the end of time. Far off where Asgard once had burned,
only the memory of gold returned.
no gate remained, no throne stood whole.
Only the weight of an ancient soul.
The Valkyries no longer cried,
The honored dead no longer rose.
yet through the stillness of the field,
Their names moved on like hidden cold.
the storm had passed,
The blood ran deep,
the dead were silent.
the earth did keep. After Ragnarok, the ashes sang low through the ruins where the last swords rang. The gods were fallen, the gold was gone, yet something lived and still burned on.
After Ragnarok, the embers glowed beneath the dark and the shattered world.
In the ash, in the cold, in the fading sky,
The end was not the end of time. I saw the shields beneath the snow,
I saw the spears in ember glow,
I saw the crowns of kings in dust.
the broken steel, the ruined trust.
But in the hush,
The ravens turn,
and in the dark,
the old roots burn, as if beneath the scar-black ground
the deeper song was
gathering sound.
I heard no war, yet still I knew.
The world was old and made anew.
I sang through ash,
Through frost, through night, and felt a hidden spark of light.
what dies in flame.
Is not always gold. What falls in dark may still live on. Ash to silence, silence to stone, stone to memory, memory to dawn. No more thunder, no more cry. Only embers, only sky.
No more kingdoms, no more war.
Only the song of what came before.
ash in the dark in the northern sky.
The old song lived and did not die. The flames were gone, the ash still fell.
The world was broken,
but the song lived well. Out of the ash, out of the night, out of the fire,
rise new light.
out of the silence.
Out of the flame,
The world is broken,
but not unnamed.
The war was gone, the smoke still breathed, cold over stone and shattered steel. The earth lay dark from end to end, yet something stirred beneath the field.
The halls had fallen, the gods were ash, the wolves were dust, the dragons still. And far beyond the scarred black sky, a hidden dawn climbed every hill.
No horn was blown, no king remained, yet through the dark a light unchained.
When the new sun rose from ash, the dead earth burned with living gold.
From broken worlds and fallen stars, a greater story was retold.
When the new sun rose from ash,
The cold gave way, the dark withdrew, and from the ruins of the last great war, the northern fire was born anew.
the rivers moved through silent stone.
The frost released its iron hold,
The ravens turned in calmer skies.
then morning touched the ruins gold.
No throne returned, no old world came.
No god stepped down to rule again.
But in the wind, in root and rain,
There lived the strength of all who'd been.
the end was real, the grief was deep.
But even ash has seeds to keep.
When the new sun rose from ash,
The dead earth burned with living gold.
from broken
Worlds and falling stars, a greater story was retold.
when the new sun rose from ash,
The cold gave way, the dark withdrew, and from the ruins of the last great war, the northern fire
was born anew. I saw the light on shattered shields.
I saw it shine through broken spears,
I saw the scars of Ragnarok.
turn into signs through all the years.
The song of old did not grow weak,
It changed its form, it changed its flame.
and all that fell in storm and blood
Still lived within the world remain.
I heard the old earth breathe again.
I felt new life beneath the rain. I sang the dawn from ash and soul. I called a new world to its throne.
The gods were gone, but not the fire.
Sky still held the old desire.
From death to light, from ash to sky,
From end to legend we rise, we rise.
the choir.
When the new sun rose from ash, the northern sky was born anew.
And all the dead and all the lost still sang within that living blue.
When the new sun rose from ash, the end was not the end at all. It was the last great gate of fire before the next world's golden call. Out of the ash,
Out of the night
out of the fire,
rose new light.
Odin, Alfŭður, heyri mig í ösku heimsins, heyri hvísling mína í eldi og kreik. Ragnarök liðitt, blóð í jörðu, aska á vindi, nótt yfir öllum heimi. Gefrið hínum fölnu, minn þú þá féllu, með járn í hendi, með nafn þitt á vörum, látanda þeirra ganga til hallar þinnar, lát hjörtu þeirra hvíla í ljósi Valhalla. Odin, faðir sigra, leið og senn, gegnum myrkur og ösku, lát ný